For this video, we're just going to do steps 73 through 76, which is all of the information that you need just to do option 3, which is inserting pictures from the internet. All right, we're going to move on to that next slide that doesn't have any images yet. We're going to go ahead and start with step 73, which says option 3, use an internet search within your slide to insert the image directly into your presentation. So we're going to go insert and pictures. Insert is up here on your toolbar. Right now we're on home, so we're going to switch over to insert. Insert and then pictures, which is right here. Now I'm going to have you just click on that downward arrow, and that shows this device, stock images, and online pictures. You have two options here for the internet. You can either do stock images or you can choose online pictures. All right, start with stock images because that comes without needing to have copyright permissions. If you can't find what you're looking for, then go ahead and do an online search. But generally start with stock images because it's a better option where you don't have any kind of ethical problems with using the images in your slides. So we're going to go ahead and click on stock images. Okay, so the stock images window opened up, and you can already see that the cursor is blinking on this line that says search stock images. That's your search bar. And I'm just going to type in professor. You can do a word, you can do a phrase, but for me, just the word professor is going to work. So, and as soon as I do that, I don't even have to hit enter. It automatically changes my pictures to professor. So I'm going to choose a few of these. So now we're on step 75. And in my case, I've only got 3 lines here, so there's really nothing to scroll. But if I had a lot more pictures, then I could scroll down through them. But this is a good number. So I'm going to pick which ones I want. I think I'm going to do 3 pictures because I have room on my slide for that. And you can either double click. Let me go ahead and pick one. One that shows the professor. Let's go with this one. So I'm going to just double click on this image. And I wait and it comes in. And we're going to resize that in a minute. But in the meantime, I'm going to go back to the Insert tab. I'm going to click on Pictures again. I'm going to do the stock images. And I do have to enter Professor again. But I want to show you how to enter more than one picture at the same time using this other method. Now, I already showed you double clicking. And you can also left click and then hit the insert button. So I'm going to choose this image, and you can see that I have a little check mark in the circle, and it says insert 1. If I chose to hit the insert button right now, then this image would be inserted into my slide. But I want one more picture, and I think I will use this one. So now I click on this, and I also again have that check mark in the circle. But look, I still have a check mark there, and I have a check mark there. And down here it says Insert To. So I don't have to pull up this window every single time I want to add an image. So I'm going to be adding 3 images. I don't have to open this window 3 separate times and add each of the images separately. I could do all 3 at once. So I already have one on there, so I'm only going to choose 2. But I have the check mark, and Insert To. And when I now click that button, I wait, it's downloading, and they both come in. So now I have this image. I have to click off of it to deselect both. But I have this image. I have this image. I know they're a little huge right now. And I have this image. But they're all huge and they're taking up my entire slide. So it is time for me to resize these. I can do them all separately, or because all 3 of them are huge, I can click one, press down and hold the Shift button, click the second one, keep that Shift button down, and then see how this image is kind of on top of and behind these other 2, so these lines from those other images are covering it. Pick a part of the image that is not part of these rectangles from the other images. What I mean is click on a part of the image that is away from the other pictures. So I'm going to click that. Now I have selected all 3 images. Now when I click on that corner and I get that little arrow, the double facing arrow, left click and hold and shrink it down. Now all 3 images have been resized at the same time. Let's see whether or not that's enough. That's still a little big. So I am going to go ahead and do all 3 again. Click and then click outside. There we go. Make it a little smaller. That should be good enough. I just click away to deselect. Will that fit? Yeah, that's going to be fine. All right, so this. All right, so I now have these 3 images on my slide, but you can see that they don't really fit. I like all of this image. I like all of this image. This one's giving me more picture than I really need. So I'm going to go ahead onto the next step and I'm going to crop these images to make them fit, but that's a different video. So the purpose of this one was adding images from the internet search, and we've done that. So this particular video is over, and I will see you on the next one.